Yes, my name is Richard Cart, and this is how Cart's antique tractor restoration begun. It started when I was just little growing up on Oliver tractors, from as young as I can remember. My grandfather, Gifford Hensel, he was an artist. He painted a picture of my toy tractor, Oliver tractor, that I played with when I was 5 years old, 1963. Also, you can see the Deputy High School on the right side of his painting. In 1964, at Christmas time, my Uncle John Cart bought me an 1850 pedal tractor with a two-wheel trailer, which I have restored in 1999 and still have today. In the early 70s, when I started farming, my first tractor was an Oliver 1850, 1972 model. And in 1976, I bought an Oliver 1950T, which I still have today. The tractors I grew up on were the Oliver 550, the Oliver 77, the Oliver 88, the Oliver 1800. These were tractors my father, grandfather, and uncles had. In the mid-90s, I started collecting toy tractors and farm equipment. By 2004, I had 640 units or toys that were Oliver and the Oliver family. I then decided I wanted to collect real tractors instead of toys, so I started with my 1950T, and I purchased a 550 Industrial. And then my uncle's Massey Harris pony that I had cultivated tobacco with when I was a teenager. Then my Uncle John's Super 88 Oliver diesel. From there, many other Olivers, Internationals, Minneapolis Molines, John Deere's. In total, about 58 tractors, 9 of which made covers of antique tractor magazines. While I was doing this, I started showing the Indiana State Fair, the National Oliver shows, and started shows in Jefferson County at the Historical Museum, also the Jefferson County Fair, and the Madison Porcelain Store. Magazines that I was featured in were Oliver Hard Part Collectors, Oliver Heritage, Antique Iron, Muscle Tractor, Green Magazine, and Red Power. Also have had tractors on the Classic Tractor calendar 2 times. I've gotten awards for my tractors I showed at the National Oliver Shows and the Indiana State Fair, where I had Tractor of the Day several times. I also had the opportunity to help put the International Farmall Museum together for Case Corporate. The museum is located in Burr Ridge, Illinois, in the McCormick plant, now a testing facility. I started the restoration business in 2006, doing tractors for other folks by word of mouth. This grew from a hobby to a business in a short time. While most of the tractors restored were Olivers, I did all makes. I restored some very rare ones, such as one of 5 Oliver 1555s, one of 34 Oliver 2155s, steel wheel tractors as old as 1904, Oliver and International high crops, Case Oliver and International 4-wheel drives, Minneapolis Moline and Oliver front wheel assists, and a John Deere 730 high crop Argentina-built tractor. In total, around 194 tractors from 2004 until I retired in 2023. The tractors I restored came from 11 different states in the Midwest. A lot of customers, I would do more than one. Some customers did as many as 7 or 8. My biggest customer was Case Corporate out of Racine, Wisconsin, where I restored 24 different tractors that were made from 1904 to 1966, Cases and Internationals. I had the opportunity to restore the first International made, the Fabulous 10, a 1904 model, one of 14 made that year, and only one known to exist. Also, when helping set up the museum, I also got to paint the last International ever made, the 5488 that came off the assembly line on May the 20th, 1985. After that, they were no longer known as International, they were known as Case International. My family and I have traveled from New York to California to national Oliver shows. I and my family also put on the National Oliver Show 2017 at the Jefferson County Fairgrounds in Madison, Indiana, where we had 231 tractors from the United States and Canada and 4,183 people from 3 different countries, the United States, Canada, and New Zealand. This was the most attended HPOCA summer show that was a stand-alone show. We had the March 2020 Winter Show also, and was anticipating a big attendance at the Madison High School Gymnasium in Madison, Indiana, but was canceled 5 days before the show was to start due to COVID. Some of my favorite times were with my wife and kids at the State Fair parading, where I help organize the evening parades around the State Fairgrounds, about a 2.5 mile parade. Also, I organized a Drive Your Tractor to Church at the Deputy United Methodist Church in Deputy, Indiana, where we had 23 tractors and a great church service meal after and a short tractor drive. I enjoyed restoring these pieces of iron. Many of these tractors are sentimental to their owners. Some were brought to me straight out of the fence row where their grandfather or fathers had left them. Some were gifts for graduation from college, 80th birthdays, Christmas, 2 alike for his and hers for parading, 1 painted pink for his wife's beating cancer, etc. I had a lot of satisfaction saving all these antiques for future generations and keeping memories of the past generations. It was a hobby turned into a job, but most of the time it was still a hobby with benefits. In conclusion, I would like to say I enjoyed meeting many people from all over the country. The travels by train, car, and plane, whatever, the time spent with my kids and wife, and they put up with a lot of tractor stuff over the years. And I think not many people in Jefferson County had no idea what was happening. I would also hope that someone will carry on with keeping the history of agriculture in some way, as I hope I have.